all of these are looking at low and decreasing reasons. Okay, there's two general life strategies that you see by organisms. You have R-selected strategies and K-selected strategies. Do they decide on these strategies? No. This is just what they're given. So R-selected species are very, very common individuals. There's a lot of fish, a lot of plants, insects. Generally, these are the smaller individuals as well. Small body size, don't need a lot of food simply because they don't have a big body to feed. They produce a lot. They have a lot of offspring. So think about fish. Think about how many eggs that they can lay. Hundreds. They also have very little or very low infant, very little or no infant care at all. So if you have like fish, they breed, they lay their eggs, and they leave. That's it. They're on their own. You've also got, so if you go back to this, looking at our R-selected, we have bunnies. They're going to protect their young ones until they're about 3 months old, and then they're going to leave them. They don't stay with them for 2, 3 years, even their entire life, like a lot of other organisms do. K-selected species are like large mammals. Humans are a K-selected species. Very large body, few offspring. There's a lot of parental care and a very low infant mortality rate. So you've got your elephants, your wolves, your almost all of your carnivores are going to do this. Lions for sure. Here's just kind of a list. Now they don't have to be animals. They can be plants. So the saguaro cactus is the exact same thing. They have very little breeding or reproduction phases. They only reproduce a little bit and have few individuals. Generally speaking, most organisms are subject to a higher mortality rate at a younger life stage. So think about this. You've got this Thompson's gazelle in the grasslands of the Kalahari. They are much more susceptible at being hunted and killed from 0 to about 6 months, simply because they're not strong and fast enough unless the parents are taking really good care of them. So they have a lot of predation happen to them, which is generally why those species have evolved to have a higher level of like higher litters and like more eggs and that kind of stuff. So those that have a high infant mortality rate generally produce the most offspring. So cod reproduce about 6 million individuals in their eggs, whatever. Not all of those are going to survive. Seeds and plants, so if you think of how many seeds a plant gives off, they give off a lot. Those could all be individuals, but most of those are not going to survive. Quail have 15 eggs, deer 1 or 2 fawns a year. So if you have a deer that lives for 12 years, they could have 20, 20 babies. Now, most of those are not going to survive. Okay. If you have any questions on these population notes, please feel free to let me know. If not, have a good rest of your day.